Alright. It is time for Star Trek Online. We're going to be playing some more Klingon time. More Klingon time. We got the new Lobby Klingon that we went through and played the new tutorial experience. Uh, Now we're going to continue on with that. I did, as the picture shows, I did get um, a T6 shiny Miracle Worker flight deck D7. I really wanted to get a D7 for this character, and I got lucky with the rolls on the R&D packs, so pretty happy about that. Didn't have to spend a small fortune on it. Um, so yeah, that was good. Um, I went back and forth between the the uh, the temporal D7 and the Miracle Worker D7. The Miracle Worker D7 is by far a better ship. Um, the problem is it doesn't come with the flat matte skin like the temporal one does, which I kind of miss that. It's really weird that my Bird of Prey can put that paint on, but this one can't. But it does have a material that's all shiny and nice, and if you get in the right kind of lighting, it does look good. Um, so I mean, I would prefer not to have these Discovery and movie style extra flourishes on it. I would like to have just the flat matte. But this is by far a better ship, so this is what I went with. Uh, it's we it's interesting that it scales up with all these weapons. Okay, that one's locked. Okay, that makes sense. Good. It feels really weird that at level 13 I have all this unlocked. It says I have this one unlocked. I have two locked, I guess. So that's not so bad. Although it it originally put my my ballistics, my torpedoes, into my inventory. So all I had was beam weapons. But I'm sure that's somebody who's used a T6 from the beginning is already used for. I've never used a T6 from the beginning before. I've used the T1 through 4 from the beginning. I've used a T1 all the way to level 50. Uh, this is my first time using a scaling T6 from level 8. But as you can see, I've actually got several ships. So because of Admiralty and from account unlocks, so I have quite a few consoles that are in here that are universals. So that works out. Um, I played some of the TFOs just so I could get to level um well, a level 11 is what I was shooting for. I ended up getting to level 13. So that I could open up some duty officer packs. Speaking of, I got duty officers to turn in.
Congratulations, Lieutenant Commander.
And of course, duty officers are still the easiest way to level up your character. Um, again. If you log in every day with for I wonder if I have probably try to get some of those civilians I have. But I think you still have to use a regular crew member, not just a civilian. Those executions. Yeah, if you log in every day and just you do your duty officers, you can pretty much level all the way to 65 without playing the game. Obviously not the best way to do it, not the most fun way, but it can be done. And if you want to keep leveling up at a pace that keeps up with the story, it's a good idea to do this. So because otherwise the story can kind of get out of hand and you'll find yourself in a spot where you can't really do much. Um, or that you're just flat out restricted level wise from doing it. Uh, because a lot of stuff, a lot of the story stuff doesn't unlock until like level 40 or level 50. So it's a good idea to keep these going. I am not picky with what ones I pick. I just pick whichever one I have the resources available for. Setting our active duty folks. I probably should have done that before I set all that up, so I'll do it another time. It doesn't really matter right now. Na 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 na. Okay. Continue. Good. Espionage rank went up. Alright. Got one unspent point over here. Shield capacity, shield restoration. Purchase that one. You kind of want these bottom 6, in my personal opinion, on pretty much anyone. But that's just me. I don't know if that's best, but it seems to work well for leveling and playing the game, you know, not at super end game, whatever. But yeah, I've got my crew. I got a Hollow Doctor, which probably looks familiar. You can't really change her face much. You only get a few set faces, but other than that, pretty much based on my other KDF character. Got her. And this is another one where you can't really change her much. I tried to change her uniform, but it just kept glitching all over the place. Really weird. Like the entire torso would disappear, or the dye channels would, like, I would try to dye the top and the bottom would dye. It was really weird. Um, so yeah, so I've got, you know, my crew here. This is a new person. I need to put them in a uniform because that looks really bad. Um, but anyway, moving on, let's actually play a mission. So we're in Warzone, like I said. It's the story that follows after Empire, which is the new tutorial.
Sorella, Lady of the House of Martok, has requested that you meet her at the House Estate in the Ketha Lowlands. She did not explain why she wanted to see you, but I expect that she has some tasks she would like completed. The House of Martok has lost much prestige since I took the Chancellor's seat. But they still have many allies among the KDF, and I am loath to reject Cirilla's request without a good reason. Gaining the favor of the House of Martok could serve you well. But remember, they have many enemies. I harbor no ill towards Cirilla, but do not get caught up in her vengeance against me. It would not be in your best interest.
Da, 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 da. And so this is the mission that is the Klingon version of the now I'm blanking on the name. Oh, I had it just a minute ago. But it's the freighter that you can call to use in for bank for bank access. So this is the Klingon variation thereof.
Serve the Empire well. Kapla!
Let's see, what do we got? We've got our science, our she's got the miracle worker stuff, so it's kind of nice. But I think gonna stick with him. He's got medical generator, huh? Need to get him some mortars or something. What's she got? Yeah, she's got science abilities too, mostly. Hover over isn't working well for her. Yeah, she's. It looks like she's got some of the better abilities, but I don't want. I don't want to see her on my crew without a proper uniform. Uh, so that's not gonna happen. Uh, Lady Sorella has requested your presence. Yes, so we have Alasita. And we have Amakari.
Welcome. Greetings, Kemtar. It pleases me that you have both come to my home. The House of Martok has many enemies. We have called for vengeance against the House of Jempok and all of its allies for the death of my husband. And many smaller houses seek to curry favor with Jempok or the House of Duras by striking at us. Until now, most of these attacks have been little more than a nuisance.
I don't know, was Kim I didn't think Kimtar was originally in this arc. But maybe they've added him in when they added him into the other stuff. Kind of like they did with the bringing back adding in some of the TNG characters and DS9 characters. They went back and put them into spots. But yeah.
When we received word from Kemtar that one of the houses may be plotting to assassinate Worf, it confirmed my suspicions that there is a greater threat emerging. I now believe that my grandson Maven may also be a target. These assassins threaten to destabilize our position on the High Council. Whoever has ordered such a dishonorable act, or who would be cowardly enough to carry it out, must be stopped. Given your current investigation, I ask that you find the assassin and remove the threat before they attempt a strike.
I mean, I remember the whole Kimtar is not my son, and I just didn't remember him being in these later episodes. But I guess it makes sense
We
that it would
value
be.
your concerns, and we will proceed with caution in our investigation. It is refreshing and a testimony to the dignity of House Martok that you're willing to speak out and recognize this looming threat. May I ask where your grandson Maven is now?
That doesn't sound like the right voice actor.
He is on his way to the Batleth tournament on Forcas 3 with your father. Worf assured me that he would handle security matters during the trip. But that was before you reported your findings to me. Before you go, I have another concern. Our local farmers reported seeing a Romulan here recently. Given Kimtar's suspicions of a house collaborating with the Tal Shiar, it seems to be an odd coincidence. We need to know what the Romulan was doing here before you leave for the tournament.
I bet this is kind of quiet.
Why would a Romulan come anywhere near these farms?
Okay, check something real quick. What weapons do I have? I've got a Pulse Wave Assault Mark 1. That's good. No more of those. Aim better there. Good to go. Those don't really need to be there in my tray. The Agony Field. Revive. Cover Shield. Jackal. I think these were mostly here to just show stuff off. Don't really need to be in my tray at all. Na 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 na. That doesn't need to be there. That can go there. Some peck of lightning. AoE. B. Heal over time, damage, mines, break free. Okay. Good there. Put that over there. That lightning can go there. Good. That works. Okay, talk to some farmers. Whoa! That was the Klingon way down. Fortune favors the bold and all that.
The only thing I've paid attention to of late has been the lack of rain. But you're a warrior, not a farmer. You wouldn't be interested in that. Sorry I couldn't help you.
Wow, worthless. We'll ask someone else. Rude. Rude.
The Targs have been busy tearing up my roots. But other than that, I haven't seen anything unusual.
Ah, we'll ask another farmer. There's totally not some enemies right over here.
He said he was a surveyor hired to architect a new irrigation system. He set up equipment on the hill over there, but I haven't seen him lately. It wouldn't surprise me if he's up to no good. You can never trust a Romulan.
Never trust a Romulan.
Sorella would have known if a Romulan surveyor was on her property. Stay alert.
This looks to be... might be a way to go over this. Yeah, right where the red points were. Those targs are completely harmless. This isn't surveying equipment. What would a surveyor need with a Romulan short-range EM transmitter? Kick it. When in doubt, kick it. And then talk to the foreman. Okay, well, again, we'll take the Klingon route down.
Yes, I remember this man. It's not every day you see a Romulan in the Ketha lowlands. He didn't say he was a surveyor, though. He told me that he was a part of a diplomatic delegation studying our agriculture. Martok would have never let a Romulan set foot on our world. That's why I don't think much of Jimpak. He's too soft. The oddest thing I remember, other than him being a Romulan, was that he personally scheduled the delivery of goods to the farm. That is against our security procedures. Lady Sorella insists on authorizing all deliveries to the manor.
Yet you did nothing.
However, his codes were valid, and he had Lady Sorella's signature, so I did as he asked. His delivery arrived today. It is the large package we moved to the grain storage shed near the house of Martok's manor. Nep would know what was ordered. He handles most of Lady Sorella's business transactions.
Let's find this Romulan and inspect the delivery.
Now he's a diplomat? I don't buy it. We're dealing with a tall shot or spy.
Well done. That is obvious. Obvious.
I processed that delivery. It was an order for the House of Martok. They needed explosives for digging out a new irrigation system. The order was placed by Lady Sorella with her signature and authorization codes. She must need the new irrigation channel badly. Normally, Sorella delays such tasks until the winter, when the farm hands aren't busy with planting and harvesting.
We must get to this package at once. The spy knew that they would move these explosives near the House of Martok's fertilizer stores. He plans to use the shed as a bomb. The equipment we found earlier must have been the trigger device, but why use a Romulan short-range EM trigger? Its range would have been limited to a few hundred yards. He would need to be near the farm to trigger the detonation charges. We need to get back to the manor and stop the assassin. We should focus on a search near the fertilizer shed. He will need a spot where he can visibly overlook the stores and monitor the destination. Alright, now getting back up here will be a little bit harder than getting down. because we took the Klingon way. So if we head this route, uh-oh. Those are bad guys. Those... Lots of Romulans. Okay. Onward to more Romulans. Kill these guys over here first. Oh, they're Targs. Well, sure, why not? That killed them all fast. So that's why it's got a 41-second or 45-second recharge. All right, let's locate the assassin. Nothing here.
There he is! Stop him!
The House of Martok will crumble, and with it, the rest of the Klingon Empire. You cannot stop what has begun.
Eat this for shock before he beams out. I think maybe you should have just shot him to start out with. Time the explosives. Romulans, someone hired these honest Tarsiar dogs to do their dirty work. The House of Martok is strong, but with Martok gone, it's been weakened. One of its rivals seeks to exploit that weakness and use the house's downfall to attack the council. We need to follow Tarsin to find out who he is working for. As long as that Patak draws breath, he is a threat to the House of Martok. Captain Tarsin probably beamed up to a cloaked vessel. We should return to the ship and track where he went. Sounds reasonable. Commander, the warp traffic in this area will make it difficult to pinpoint the Romulan assassin ship. Ever since Chancellor Jumpok agreed to the settlement of New Romulus, there are always Romulan ships in orbit around Kronos. How are we to maintain security when we allow these allies on our doorstep? We will support the Chancellor's position. Now scan for cloaked vessels. Scanners have been configured for motion detection, but as expected, there is too much traffic in the area. Let's also consider that the Romulan has left. Scan for singularity course, sir. Your intuition is superb. Scanners are detecting trace singularity distortions from the nearby asteroids, indicating that a Romulan warbird recently entered warp. If we can get a closer scan, I will be able to plot a course based on the warp trail. Two can cloak. I do like the Miracle Worker. It does have battle cloak, so you cloak to get some, uh, boost to your turn rate and flight speed and defenses, and then you decloak for some extra damage boost. That is far away. It has to be close enough. It has to be far enough away that it's not disturbing to the planet, because we're actually on the planet area. We're not like this. Oh. Pet controls. I've never seen the pet controls before. They didn't show up when I was in the TFO. Might have to decloak. These others are clearly getting the prompt to... There we go. Okay, well. Surprise, surprise, we have to go to the Forcus system, which is where we were told to go in the first place. He's after Worf and Mavan.
Lady Sorella's suspicions were correct. The Romulan is going to make an attempt on her grandson's life. While my father is a formidable warrior, this time he may be overwhelmed. We must set a course for the Forcus system at once.
Agreed. Zoom! Zoom! Pew pew! Pew pew! Chasing ghosts. Ride and Forcus System Lieutenant Commander. The trail of the Romulan warbird ends here.
I've attempted to contact him, but with the Batleth tournament underway, he is not responding. It is unclear if he is unavailable, or if something has happened to him. We'll need to beam down to the surface to know for certain.
We located the ship yet? I've located the Romulan warbird. It's cloaked and dropping into planetary orbit around Forcus 3. We're receiving an incoming hail from the ship's commander.
You're becoming an annoyance. You have made yourself a target by defending the House of Martok. By following me here, you've given me no choice but to destroy you.
Yeah. Probably not. Close into firing range. Kaboom. Carson has cloaked his ship, sir. Really? It looked like it exploded to me. He will not escape for long. His cloaking device is damaged, and I'm detecting a high concentration of tetraon particles in the asteroid belt. He may have gone there to perform emergency repairs. I'm just saying. Okay. And we can cloak again. This is another thing where stealth just doesn't do my playstyle well. So this is like one of the first ships that I've ever really gone out of my way to use the cloak a lot. That's why I put it in the #1 slot, so I'll use it more. This ship uses the old the old style tactics where if you put the enemy ship above you, pretty much all your weapons can shoot at it. Like if the enemy is above you and slightly to one side or the other, all your weapons can hit it. Looks are great. STO needs more stealth missions now. It would be good if you know, cloaking was actually effective more. Yeah, that there was something to do. But I mean, STO is pretty much just go here, shoot ships, land, shoot people, go back up, shoot more ships, end of mission. I mean, there's some refinement and there's some good story, and occasionally there's a puzzle or two. But that is basically the mission loop of Star Trek Online.
You cannot stop what is already set in motion.
Sure, the DOFs get all the interesting missions. Yeah, the duty officers get all the cool missions. Turn! There we go. And that goes back to real.
Carson may have already transported agents to the surface. He also appears to have Klingon collaborators already in place. I recommend that you and I beam down discreetly and quickly locate Worf and Maven.
I like that there are Romulan ships that look like they're Klingon ships. I mean, they have Klingons on their side, right? But there's some other Romulan ships that look like Klingon ships. Because I mean, that's pretty much how it was in TOS as well, where they just had. If it wasn't just the exact same ship, then it was a kit bash, right? The Romulans had like one unique ship in TOS. But like I say, I do like the D7. The D7s of Discovery that ended up being the real D7s and not the season 1 D7s that were trick. They were, you know, they were a trick to confuse the Federation. Though they are pretty nice looking. They look.
Attention, but remember that protecting Mavin is our highest priority. Let no one stand in our way. Romulan infiltrators will have a hard time navigating an arena full of Klingons. I recommend we start by asking in the bar to see if anyone has seen or heard anything unusual.
The Discovery one, which is pretty much based on the movie one, looks pretty good. And much better than the not D7s that they had for a while, season 1. The T5U ship recently picked up has a feathered pattern on the bottom of the hull. Looks Romulan from that angle. Yeah, they had those decals on both Romulan and Klingon ships as well. And it's a nice like nerd throwback to that sort of thing where they don't just correct it and use all modern stuff, where the Klingons have their own distinct ships and the Romulans have their own distinct ships. They still have, you know, some of the cross pollination of ships in Star Trek Online, and that's pretty cool. We'll start our search at the bar, because why not? Every good Klingon search should start at the bar. Every problem can be fixed with blood wine.
Did you see Jim Puck when he was young and still fighting in the tournaments? Oh, now that was something to behold. He was masterful and fluent, not like the young tards here these days. I'm surprised that some of them can hold on to their paddlets for the entire match.
Wonderful!
Gotta get that really in there.
Warrior eager to hear a story of my glory days in battle. Pull up a chair and I'll allow you the honor of buying me a blood wine.
Okay, girl on 2 fingers.
Have you seen the fighter from the House of Duras? He looks like a real contender for champion standing. I'll bet you a barrel of blood wine that he wins without taking a single wound.
Yeah, because he's gonna cheat. Because that's Duras for you.
General Chang fought the Master Corps, both in their prime fighting condition. Who do you think would take champion standing?
General Chang fought Darmaster Corps. I don't think Corps never really struck me as a big old as a fighter. Corps has always been pretty sneaky. He's pretty much the Section 31 of Klingons. But I'm gonna say Chang.
And what do you think of the new rule restricting botnet links to between 110 and 120 centimeters?
I personally won't use anything other than a traditional 616 centimeter link, but I can understand the desire for customizing one's weapons.
Do you really think a Romulan would be foolish enough to beam down to an arena filled with hundreds of Klingon warriors? Besides, ever since that one tournament where the champion of the House of Mokai used a transporter to steal his opponent's bat'leth in the middle of a fight, there are transport inhibitors in place. The only places they can operate are the transport pads and cargo storage.
Okay, really? The House Mokai was almost completely eradicated in the 23rd century. Transporter technology was not that precise, okay? It was not that precise. You wouldn't be stealing anyone's bat'leth. Sir, I've checked the arena's transporter logs and did not find any Romulan signatures. Looking for the arena floor plan, I believe the agents may have beamed in somewhere near the cargo area. If you gain access to the local security systems, we may be able to pinpoint their location.
Hearing the chanting and sounds of bat'leths reminds me of the first time I celebrated the Kotbatval festival. That was the first time I remember understanding what it means to be a Klingon warrior.
They had to find ways to shoehorn it in everywhere? Yeah, exactly. It's like, come on. You didn't need to make a House Mokai mention there. They were basically forgotten. That's the point. Oh, hello, dead guard. I almost missed you. Someone snacked this guard neck. Our assassin is near. No, I'm sure.
Enemy targets on sensors.
I'm sure it's perfectly normal. Perfectly safe. People just end up dead with their necks snapped sometimes.
That tall Shi'ar agent was attempting to erase the security logs in the cargo area. He also sealed the doors with a security lockout. It would take too much time to override this work. Our best chance of getting into the storage area would be to disrupt the power flow to the cargo bay doors. Chasing these assassins reminds me of when I met Kimtar.
What? Aren't you Kimtar?
No. Kimtar was the name of a warrior who saved my father from assassins on Moronga 4.
Okay. Okay, I don't really need to look at the dead guard to know that my assassin is here. Prepare your weapon! cover shields are weirdly difficult to use. They can come in handy when you're up against like really tough forces, but like when there was, you know, 50 million Borgs in the room, then the cover shield came in handy. But they're a little difficult to use sometimes. I'm not entirely certain. Oh, there it is.
The control system reports that the outer door to the cargo bay has been unlocked, but the inner door remains sealed shut. We'll need to blast that door, get inside, and stop this miserable Tuba.
You ever find it weird that Klingons only curse in Klingon? Like, they speak English, but they curse Klingon. Cover shield was very useful in the second of the new missions when I was soloing that one big room. Other than that, yeah, they tend to get in the way more than they help, yeah. Yeah, when, like I say, when it was all the Borg drones and the mission was super bugged, it was a good reprieve to hide behind that for a minute while you tried to heal. You need one that allows one-way fire? Yeah, exactly. That would be much more effective. Okay, I'm going the wrong way. Na, 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 na. Run, 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 run. Some objects and doors are destructible. You will pay for this, Romulans.
There's Maven. He's pinned down by the assassins.
Okay, I told you to go away. Why are you come back? Well, you went down hard. Glowy, glowy, nanite, glowy heal. Glowy, 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 glowy.
Maven, no! This was an honorable death.
What is the meaning of this, Alexander? Maven was sent here to replace his equipment, and yet I find you here, surrounded by Romulans with the grandson of Martok dead at your feet. Explain yourself.
Lady Sorella feared that you alone would not be able to keep her grandson safe. We followed these Romulans here and would have stopped them had these halls not been filled with Klingon traitors. And where were you when these assassins struck?
Both of you stop. We must focus on finding the enemy.
I see you have been listening to my son's conspiracy theories again. He talks of peace and uniting the houses, yet here he is, with a blade in his hand, looking for glory. I told you I wanted nothing to do with this.
With respect, we have proof that another house is behind this.
While you were here at the tournament, assassins moved against Lady Sorella at her own estate. If we hadn't tracked down this agent and disarmed his explosive, she would be dead as well. At every step, we have encountered Klingons hiding in the shadows with blades at our backs.
What Kimta says is true. We must find these traitors and put an end to the plot.
I have not seen this evidence, believe what you say. We will get to the bottom of this. That does not mean we can act rashly. If there were Klingons aiding these agents, then we are still in danger.
If we uncover the identity of this rival house, then they will be forced to act in the open, and with the loud truck going by, where we can fight them head on.
Agreed. One of the great houses is here backing the Romulans, and they will try to escape before their role in this plot is revealed. One of the Klingons we killed on the way here was wearing a tournament sash. We should check the training rooms of each house in attendance and look for evidence that would connect them to the Romulans.
We will uncover this threat together.
We must uncover the Klingon collaborators who helped Tarson kill Maven. Tarson had assistants on the ground. We will proceed with the plan to check the training rooms here before the villains have a chance to cover up their crime.
I was just thinking of that. We cannot always see what the future will bring.
That is why we cannot give up on peace, even if some of us cannot see a way to that future.
The great houses will never find peace. They see it as a sign of weakness.
I will not abandon my beliefs, Father. We cannot live in fear that the future will never change.
It is good to know that you remember some of the things I have taught you.
Searching the rooms. Searching the rooms.
This equipment appears to have been custom made for their warriors. I hope the Empire's coffers didn't pay for this. The batleths of the House of Kanja have elaborate targ skin grips, but otherwise appear to be normal. I see no evidence here that would link them to the assassins.
What we got here? More elements.
Ever since Urapinthe, I have been suspicious of the House of Torg. And now it appears they were preparing to leave the tournament early. Look at this state of disarray. We must look for evidence that may link them to the Romulan assassins. These are Romulan weapons. It appears that your suspicions have been correct. It must be the House of Torg. We must confiscate this evidence and then warn the rest of House Martok.
We will reveal their treachery, or that they've been set up. But mostly their treachery.
Sorella and the rest of the House of Martok will mourn for her grandson. But I must also see that security remains a priority. To start, I am sending you a recruit from our house, the warrior Belera. She's been personally trained by me and will aid your crew as we fight against the House of Torg.
Okay.
Congratulations, Lieutenant Commander.
Got a whole bunch of R&D holograms. Okay, that's good. I forgot they give you those now.
So, it was the House of Torg all along. I had my suspicions when I first arrived on Urapinthe and spoke with the Warden. No wonder they made such an effort to chase us down before we could escape. They have been feuding with Martok for some time, but to collaborate with the Tal Shiar? It's unthinkable.
Unthinkable. Inconceivable. Okay, so I've already got a full crew. You know what I need to do? Should be in here somewhere. There it is. Already got it? Huh. Ah, there we go. There we go. Now we got more officers. Now we got more space. Okay. Let's see. So I haven't actually gotten the reward yet, even though it says I did, because I need to do the
So, it was
team up. Nausicaan, Orion, Gorn, engineering, science. I have a lot of science officers. Let's see. Belera should be an engineering officer. Torpedoes, mines. Orion, let's see. What do you got? You got a mortar, boarding party, resilient, use armor, reroute powered shields, chronoton mine barrier. Nothing particularly amazing. I'll just take the Orion. Not now.
The idea that one of the great houses is conspiring with Romulans to attack the House of Martok is troublesome. Come to the Kether Lowlands. Worf and I would be honored if you would participate in Mevin's Hegte. Once we have put our family matters to rest, you may work with Worf and Kimtar to determine our plan of attack. Serve the Empire well.
I wonder if they don't actually give you Balera anymore, because... Or is she in my... There she is. Okay. She's one of the ones that you used to get as your second officer. Or your, yeah, to round out your crew when you were a Lobby. It was like, it wasn't your commander, but it was your next one. All right, bridge officer. He's tactical. Just the outfit. Okay. And let's see, shoulders. Dee 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 dee. And let's see, what else do we have? Probably belt. Do we want to do the wrists? I don't think we do. Let me see what I do with the male ones. I did do the wrists too, huh? Okay. Uniform. Oddly, the men don't have these boots. That was weirdly strange. Okay. That should do. Alright. And you need one. You're... What are you? Engineering, right? And what are you? Engineering? Yeah, okay. Alright, change uniform. This one. Modify. Uniform. Okay. That one? Da-da-dee. One node. That didn't work. Oh, you know, since she's Orion, she might not have it. Load. And crud. Okay. Well, that's fine. We can work around that. We'll give her the mirror top like the doctor has. Let's see. Like that. And then Zeus goes there. And not quite the right match, is it? There we go. These are important matters, by the way. Getting the clothing right. There is no greater quest. Making sure your outfit looks proper. Okay, do I have the Gemidar of these? Yes, we do. Okay, good. Then we can... that. And... there. And there. And let's see, do they have the shoulder pads? Gonna drop that collar. The 2409 shoulder pads. Which look really interesting on a Orion. Wow. Wow. That looks so wrong. See, the 2409 is showing the fur, and that's not right. I have to go with Orion stuff. Otherwise, this just isn't working. He's better hair. There we go. Why not? I don't want to spend forever on it. But yeah, this one here. Oh goodness. This one is, you can't change that, so you're stuck with Discovery Takuvma outfit, right? If you try to change it, it just sort of randomly changes everything. I did something earlier where I tried to change the color and it made everything go away. See, now I can't even set the Takuvma look. It's all messed up. I'm not sure what they were thinking when they did this. But onward. Got some traits, some skills. Let's see, we've got one ground point. Quick fix for bridge officers or shield recharge. Yeah, probably better of the two. Neither are amazing. I suppose I should also spend my space point. Yeah, and I like to get the first row of everything. They're just those seem like they're just requirements for me. All right, onward. The house always wins. Last call. Let's see. Let's go for Valera, the doctor, and Cell. It looks like most of the House of Martok has returned here to mark the passing of Maven. He was the heir of the house captain. They will be diminished without him. We should offer condolences to Lady Sorella for the loss of her grandson.
Thank you for returning my grandson and for aiding my family. We have had many visitors today to honor Maven's life. You have arrived in time for the next ritual. Maven was very traditional, and Worf has suggested that we perform an Akvoch in his honor. Together, we will follow our ancient traditions by watching over Maven until his spirit is ready for the journey to Stovokor. The House of Martok would be honored if you would agree to join us for this rite.
We would be honored.
In the flash, before the night, you heard the call of Stovokor. The warriors singing, cry out your name. Welcome home. Welcome home. Let not your heart be filled with fear. The spirit soars on honor's wings. Your heart is singing. You found your way. Welcome home. Welcome home. Thank you for participating in the Akvo. It is important that we remember our traditions. Together, we have kept away the predators that would take Meven's body before his spirit was ready to leave for Stovokor. Now he may seek the fellowship of Martok and continue the warrior's journey.
The STO does some really good Klingon stuff. When they do their big cutscenes and stuff, they do Klingons really well. Discuss, Worf. That we are worthy. You are worthy, Gintok, to the House of Martok.
Pardon my interruption, Gintok. We have an urgent security matter. House of Torg warriors were seen gathering in the first city. We have word they are planning an assault and will be here.
Planning an assault. One second, I need to check something. Untoward happening elsewhere. Good. Good. They dare to attack during Mavan Zakova? They have no honor.
Send an alert to everyone on the estate. I will see to Lady Sorella. Prepare your men. We will not let these dogs catch us by surprise.
I mean, they were trying to assassinate people. Today is a good day to die.
More enemies approach.
You know what? I did not make sure that my newer crew members had level appropriate weaponry. I think they all do, but
The curs from the House of Torg have tried to again spill the blood of my house. I call for blood in return. Vengeance will be ours. My son is not present, but I speak for him. Worf, lead a group of our warriors against the House of Torg, and put an end to this treachery, once and for all.
they're take that off again. Correct. I guess that really wasn't any better, was it? That might be... Nope, it's good. Weapons. She's got a assault. Yeah, that works. For the doctor, we apparently don't have any more armor. We can give her the dual pistols. See, she's got dual pistols as well. I'll give her Mark IV pistol instead.
After everything you have done on behalf of the House of Martok, I ask that you see this campaign to its conclusion. The House of Torg must not be allowed to survive this day. The House of Torg's main base is located in the Gorath system. I will prepare our fleet, and we will attack while we have the advantage. Take Alexander with you, and he will ensure your ship is recognized as an ally by our fleet. Torg will soon discover that the House of Martok is stronger than he was led to believe. Make contact with the fleet when you enter the Gorath system to receive further instructions.
Kimtar kind of messing up my shots, but you know, that's okay. Da, da, da. More of these. Again, if you keep these going between missions, it really helps with your leveling. And looks like I've got R&D. I'm not sure I have any. I do have a. Oh, because they give you the EMH ones. Okay. Cool. Okay. Well, I'll do that then. Let's go back to the mission. Communications shut down.
We've arrived in the Gorath system. Our transponder signal has been linked to the Martok fleet commander, and we're receiving battle instructions. The IKS Mudge will follow us. Our task is to destroy hard assets that Torg could use to mount a counterattack.
Here, and this is muted. Something real quick. Pretty good. Let's see. Alright. To battle!
Battle!
To battle! It did come through. Surprise! It actually works pretty well. The Empire will prevail! There's another bird of prey right there. Kinda came out of nowhere. This is a pretty ship, I gotta say. There's so many green beams of death. Alright. We got one bird of prey here that's getting away. The graviton beam thing is just, it's silly. If I had heavy cannons or something, it'd be really good. My fighter wings are already there before I am.
Target shields have failed.
With these assets destroyed, the House of Tor will be unable to resupply their forces elsewhere in the Empire. With the Emperor's favor. Now, Tor must be brought to the Council, and we may uncover the depths of this house's treachery.
Morning.
This is the stronghold of the House of Torg. We know that Torg has colluded with the Tal Shiar. Now he's an animal trapped in his own den, which makes him even more dangerous. Torg will be easier to deal with if we can first find and defeat his son, Segen.
Like the new voices and characters? Yeah, I like the new tutorial that they did, and the faces are really nice, and yeah, everything seems to be much better. Like I say, they did some of this stuff with like Worf and stuff a while back, but overall the changes that they've made are really amazing. The updates to the tutorial and Repente and stuff like that, those are really cool.
Personal shield losing power.
And I like the updated 2409 outfits. Those are nice.
Enemy targets on sensor.
Go. Just get that right in the middle of them. No, it's perfectly normal to just get there. Yeah. More details. They also did a good job with the voices. Yeah, the voice acting is very good on this, for sure. And getting the new players that they've got into it and going back, and I like that they have over the years went back and added in more actors from the you know, this TV series and movies and stuff like that, and replace the
Sagen's
generic
quarters are
characters.
ahead. Segen is the son of Torg and a mindless follower. He will have supported his father in everything, evil treason.
JG and Bob O'Reilly did awesome in the new episodes. Oh man, the voices, their voices were amazing. They did such a good job with their characters again.
Shield losing power.
I had really only played the Klingon story arc once on my Orion before this, because it just wasn't very good. I have several Federation characters, you know, of all different eras and stuff, and I have a Romulan that I did, and I love the Romulan story. Yeah, the Klingon one never really got me, but they've done a really good job with it this time around. Where am I going? Up to there? Okay. La-di-da. Oops, wrong button.
Shield losing power.
Mine are old, need to update all their outfits. Yeah, that's I was going through and updating some outfits just a minute ago. It's gotta stop and make sure everybody's dressed appropriately. You know, they didn't get the
Martok's bloodline when he killed Maven. Now with Sagen's death, the two houses are forever bound in grief. As we seek Torg, we must keep an eye out for further evidence of his betrayal. We can use what we find when we bring him before the council.
they didn't get the women Klingons' faces done yet. I'm wondering if it was less a technical issue and that they plan to have another guest star that's a woman Klingon. Though there haven't been too many modern ones that are still alive. The women Klingons tend to die a lot in Star Trek. I'm trying to think of one off the top of my head that's still alive. I can't do it. I think they're all dead. Wrong button. Find the computer logs. These funerals have more options than mail tunes. They make it realistic with all the scar options.
The communications between Torg and the
Yeah.
Tal Shiar regarding the destruction of House Martok. This is damning, but it's not enough to convince the High Council that Torg was collaborating against the Empire. We should continue looking for evidence of Torg's treachery.
I'm mostly interested to have the forehead and nose ridges that don't look like they're painted on, like the men have now. The men have ones that are actually molded. So that'll be nice to have, like the eyes and the nose and stuff, they actually stick out versus just being painted on colors. So that's what I'm really interested to see. Let's see. Zoom out so I can actually see what I'm looking for here. Okay. Huh. There we go.
These are Romulan shipping containers, but they're filled with Klingon weapons and technology. These crates are similar to those we found in the Vor system. According to the shipping manifests, they're scheduled to be transferred to a freighter with a destination somewhere within Romulan space. This evidence connects Torg directly to the information we received from the Romulan Republic captain. Torg is collaborating with the Tal Shiar on a plot that clearly extends beyond a feud between houses.
And we'll take one of the containers and immediately get attacked. Take all the things. Mark III Disruptor rifle, that's nice.
Enemy target on center. Shield losing power.
I feel like I need to play Kittimer Discord on this character just so I can get the Sith energy blades. What level equipment? Pretty low level because I'm only level 15, so I'm like at Mark 4, Mark 5, I think.
That is far enough, you filthy patach! Did you think that you could walk into my home, kill my son, and live to tell about it? Jimpok will give my house the honor it deserves when we put your heads on display in the Great Hall!
Jimpok will strip your house of honor.
Your corruption is poison. You talk of vengeance, but have no comprehension of honor. You see power, yet trade it to our enemies for personal gain. And you rule a great house, yet have no understanding of what makes our people great.
The Sith weapons from the episode are good. The animations are awesome. Yeah, they look pretty cool. they're a little silly to be in Star Trek, but you know, it's still cool.
Don't talk to me of our people. It is because of half-breeds like Alexander that our people have grown weak. The fact that Martok accepted him into his family is reason enough for me to destroy his house. You have no idea what the future holds for our people. If you knew what the Romulans have told me, you would beg to join us.
The Klingon Empire's path to survival is through peace, not war. The great Chancellor Gorkon knew that we must brave the future together, united as one people. This feud will go on forever, and our houses will be diminished unless we put an end to it.
You dare insult me with words of peace as you stand there with the blood of my son on your hands? You talk of survival and know nothing of what is to come. I showed you mercy when I had you thrown into Rurapinthe. You're not even worthy of an honorable death. But now, I will teach you what it means to die at the hands of a Klingon! Take care of these Patak and bring me Alexander. I want to teach him a lesson.
Coward! Used as transport.
Personal shield losing power.
Da -de -da -de -da -de -de.
Torg thinks he's escaped, but we can make sure that he has nowhere to run. We must take the evidence we've collected to the High Council on Kronos and expose the deeds of Torg and his house.
Beam to the ship.
The remainder of our fleet has assembled in the system. The House of Torg has called in Romulan reinforcements, but if we stick to our offensive strategy, we will prevail. Form up behind the IKS towers, and we will teach these fools how to fight ship to ship.
Oops, wrong button. Yeah, that worked. A little closer, a little closer, a little closer. I think you can probably handle those guys on your own. No, they're still having problems with it. That is a tough cruiser. Alright, killed them easy. Zoom, zoom. Zoom. Not. That's not where I'm supposed to actually be. Very pretty ship. Very, very pretty ship. Okay, let's see what else we got. Alright. Things. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, great. And meet with Wolf.
Greetings. How may I assist you?
Fight with honor.
The evidence that you prepared was sent to the Chancellor's aides. They have also informed me that Torg has arrived on Kronos and intends to challenge our claims. He will not be successful.
Okay. Time to challenge.
It is time. We must confront Torg. It is my duty to represent the House of Martok in this matter. I have reviewed the evidence that you and Kemtar have gathered, and I may call upon you to present your findings as testimony. However, you are not to speak unless asked by myself or a member of the High Council. It is time. We must confront Torg. Tell me when you are ready.
Three. Go. Good. Four, maybe? Three and a half? I don't know if it'll do 3.5. We'll try. Basically centered. She needs to get out of that pose though. There we go. There we go. That's good. Alright. Cam offset back to 0. You set to 35. No, I did try to talk to you about the vault. Heard so much about you.
Worf, Son of Moog, you have called this council to accuse the House of Torg with treason. Are you prepared to show evidence in support of this claim?
I am Worf, son of Moog, Gintok to the House of Martok, and I accuse House Torg of crimes against the Empire. The House of Martok will show evidence that Torg, son of Cormog, has committed acts of treason by collaborating with our known enemy, the Romulan Star Empire.
Torg, son of Cormog, you stand accused of treason. Do you deny these claims?
I do, and I invoke my right to challenge these false claims. I will not stand by and let the House of Martok spread more lies and deceit to this council. Let it also be known that since the half-breed Alexander has killed my only heir, I present Roken as my Chadich.
The council recognizes Roken of House Torg as the Chadich. House Torg has challenged the claim. We will proceed with the Mekba. Worf, present your evidence. And since you and your son are both diplomats, I recommend you get to the point before I lose my patience.
This brave warrior, together with my son Alexander, uncovered a plot by the House of Torg to transfer weapons and classified technology to our enemies in the Romulan Star Empire. We have presented to the Chancellor's aides physical evidence and computer logs that will trace stolen weapons from the exchange through the House of Torg to agents within the Tal Shiar. The Empire's allies in the Romulan Republic have confirmed the evidence, and their testimony will show that Torg was colluding with the Tal Shiar to overthrow one of the great houses. This is treason, and it is a poison striking at the very heart of our empire.
This dishonorable Backtag would say anything to hide the weakness and decay in his own house. The only traitors in this hall are Worf and his human son. We seek to rid the Empire of this weakness, and yet here we stand, falsely accused by a desperate Jintak of a desperate house.
It is the right of House Martok to declare vengeance, and I will not deny any of the great houses a chance to bring their claims before this council. We will respect those who honorably uphold our values with words of truth. Alexander, son of Worf, you are a fugitive before this council. What truth will we hear from the mouth of an escaped criminal?
My incarceration was yet another plot by the House of Torg to silence those who would uncover their treachery. This warrior will confirm that Kratok of House Torg, Warden of Ura Penthe, was being paid to hold me on false charges. The evidence is clear. Torg has formed an alliance with the Tal Shiar and seeks to undermine our empire through subversion and acts of dishonor. We cannot find strength together as one people when leaders like Torg seek to consolidate power through deception and evil acts. Our empire is stronger when we fight together. Torg would rather send Romulan assassins to dispose of those who don't support his personal agenda. There is no honor left in his house.
Dun dun dun.
You seek truth from a fugitive whose escape was orchestrated by an undercover Federation agent? This council has gone mad! Jimpuck, You must not listen to these lies. Under your leadership, we have formed an alliance with the Romulans. How are my actions treason when I simply followed your example?
Dun dun
Do
dun.
not assume that you have the skill or the reputation to challenge me in this hall, or you will find yourself dead by my own hand. The evidence is clear. Your quest for personal glory and hateful bigotry has blinded you to the difference between an enemy and an ally. You hired Tal Shiar agents to assassinate the heir to a great house of the Empire. We should kill you and be rid of your stupidity for this alone. But it is the finding of this council that your house has lost its way. Your treason has led you to lose sight of honor. The accusation stands. The judgment is discommendation.
Discommendation.
From this point forward, the House of Torg will be no more.
Guilty. You turn away.
You have killed my son. You have stripped my house of honor. I will burn in the fires of Grethor.
Father, look out!
But not before I kill you!
Ah!
Alexander!
Yeah, they really put you in a bad spot here. With no crew. Ah!
Personal shield losing power.
Oh, sure, now you go away.
Father, I'm sorry.
Save your strength, son. Help is coming.
I'm sorry. I'm not the warrior I should have been.
You were warrior enough to save me.
I tried to stay true to what I believe. But I've only brought shame upon you and our family.
I could never feel ashamed of you. All that matters now is that you are my son.
I tried to change our fates.
He keeps going the same animation.
I wanted you to live, to be proud of me.
You have done well, Alexander.
Am I going to die?
It will be a good death.
I never thought I would die like this.
You are a warrior.
Do you remember when Mother died?
How could I forget?
Look at me. Look at your son's face. And remember. Always remember.
This tragedy will not be forgotten. I want to thank you for rescuing my son from Rurapente and allowing him to die with honor. You have done much for the House of Martok, but we have also lost much. Perhaps, but the pain will remain. Alexander never realized that he truly was Kimtar, both then and now. We must remember to stay true to our beliefs. Only then can we live and die with honor. Until we meet again, warrior.
Well, Worf, son of Mulg. Commander, what are your orders? To the first city.
We will make sure the House of Torg is properly punished for their cowardly actions. Torg has been on the council for many years, and I thought I knew his heart. I was wrong. I had no part in or knowledge of his acts against the House of Martok. For that, he will pay dearly. Serve the Empire well,
Lieutenant Commander.
Okay. So we got second star to the right.
A Federation task force is attacking a starbase we have claimed in the Alhena system. I need more ships to defend the base, and yours is right for the job. Fight for the Empire!
Hmm. Let's see. Okay, task force. Trying to capture the starbase there. Okay.
Serve the Empire well. Kapla!
Where's Blood of the Empire
There
from?
is a report of a battle in the Norg system. If there is an enemy bold enough to attack that close to the Empire, it must be dealt with harshly. I'm calling all available ships to the Norg system to assist. Fight with honor.
Okay, so... Alright, so the Blood of the Empire is this one, whereas Warzone is continuation of this story, so I'll keep going with Warzone. One second. Let's see. Let's do this. Go back here. Only a couple more of these. The others probably have longer times. See what's on the map here in the city. Do that one. That one. That one. The 20-hour one. Okay. Let's see, it's 3:15. Or we can probably do another one. Skill up. Drain. Control. Well, we do have a control power that we use. Might be worth keeping. Let's see. System skill bonus plus 100. Current power in any substitutes below 25 when activating full pistols, it will not be increased. Okay. Let's get that one. All right. So optional, we're not going to do that. That's the oh, okay. So it's the Batlet tournament. You were ineligible for this mission when you received it. Rewards for completing this mission will be reduced. Interesting. Okay. Let's see. Let's actually go. We should have some better ship control, ship drain, exotic particle generation control, drain, perception. Go for that one. Think better there. Not enough. Not good enough. Warp cores. Let's see. Yeah, that's better. Fields. Really. Sort. We could put some cannons up here, but I'm liking the beam arrays with this big ol' honking cruiser. I think they're a better use for it. Okay. Laser damage. That's not doing me any good. Put the disruptor coil on there. That's a lot better. Hangar squadrons. Good there. Say, we've got these cannons, but I don't know. I'm not thinking. I think I want to keep the scaling ones for now. All right, let's go ahead and warp to the next mission. I don't think we're gonna get all of this done by 4 o'clock, but since there's 3 more missions to go. Lieutenant Commander, incoming hail from the station, putting on screen now.
The Empire's claims to this system are centuries old, but we were forced to surrender this area to the Federation under the Kittimer Accords. That was a mistake, one that we have now corrected. Still, the Federation makes a feeble attempt to claim what was never truly theirs.
Join us in glory as
Uh.
we defeat Starfleet. With your aid, we can keep this system in the hands of the Klingon Empire.
Not sure that makes us on the good side, but okay, we'll go in here. Kill some Federation people for no apparent reason. A little closer, a little closer. Just go boom. Just go boom. No, I didn't say that. Spread a going there. Why can I not fire? I'm not cloaked. Oh, I gotta board it now. It's dead in space, sir. Once we are in range, we can begin bringing over boarding parties. Right. Go ahead and do that. Starfleet security teams are active in the ship, and this area was clear of enemy life signs. Okay. Lots of bad guys over here. Oops. Let's just stay right here. And boom, they all dead. Da da da. Kill those Federation scum who are trying to defend the area we gave them. I mean, who are we to abide by treaties if, you know, there's somebody who's already broken it?
Personal shield losing power. Personal shield losing power.
They found us. Security details are transporting to this location, and they've raised force fields to lock us in engineering. Need to deal with both of these problems. Disable the force field. Force field's down. We should keep moving and reach the bridge before Starfleeters try something rash, like deleting the computer banks.
Enemy targets on sensors.
They just like totally dropped down from this, the top floor up there.
Shield losing power.
Just like jump down. Find an active turbo lift. Think I'm going the right way. It's transporters.
Personal shield losing power.
Blair did a big old spin kick. And the Orion does the seduce attack. That's funny. The seduce attack never looks very good on the PC, but the companions do it well. Alright. This seems not the way to go. Oh, that only looked like a dead end. It's not really a dead end. Okay, that makes more sense.
Enemy targets on sensors. Personal shield losing power.
And then fall over. No!
Shield losing power.
Dramatic death. Okay, let's see. Give him a few seconds, and then
Enemy targets on sensor. Personal shield losing
kill all them. The Sompek lightning is really powerful at this level. Pretty much just kills any minions in its radius. Captain's quarters. Section has been evacuated. As if the Pataks were smart, they'd lock down computers behind them. That means the turbolifts will be offline too. If we can find an active console, I should be able to bypass security lockouts and reroute powered turbolifts. Oh, thanks for the follow. For watching. Appreciate that a lot. An essential system like environmental controls or an emergency medical console will be our best chance. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Oh, no. Yeah, it looks like we can get by this way. There we go.
enemy targets on sensor.
Alright. There's still... Yeah, there we go. Sneaky Federation coming in from behind. Power transfer successful, Captain. Turbolift is active and should be directly behind on the bridge. Da, 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 da.
Enemy targets on sensor. Personal shield losing power.
Ah, crap. I'm gonna die. There we go. Heal me up. Heal me, heal me. Alright, interrogate the DeWitt's captain. Okay. Had to shoot him first.
You can't have them. And don't bother asking my crew. I've locked out all voice control for Starfleet personnel. I'd rather destroy this ship than let you have it.
Maybe you change your mind?
As if I tell you, do your worst. I won't betray the Federation.
What are the access codes for a defensive grid protecting the Sol system?
I don't know that. That is
Yep.
information only Starfleet Command knows. Please, my crew go.
Give me the number and offensive capacity of every ship Starfleet has in this sector. Wow, we are just really asking for a lot. Defense codes to Sol sector.
I can't. I won't. No more! No more! I surrender! I'll give you the codes you need to get past the Federation's defenses of the solar system. But you'll be dead before you get past the first outpost. You're crazy if you think you can attack Earth. You'll have every phaser bank on every ship in the entire Federation aimed at you before you even drop out of warp.
A return to the ship, Captain? Sure, but we gotta kill this guy first. You know. Grid is too heavily damaged to be of any more use to the Empire, Lieutenant Commander. I recommend a little target practice. We should contact Jumpock to let him know obtain the Sol system security codes from Captain Hollingsworth so we can get permission to use them. Telling Kronos to put it on screen now.
You are a brave warrior for even suggesting a frontal assault on the Sol system. While I know you want the glory that would come with an attack on Earth, I think you will find greater success for yourself as well as for the Empire by attacking the Federation's main shipbuilding facility on Mars, the Utopia Planitia shipyards. The Federation's Third Fleet is stationed at Utopia Planitia, which is also Starfleet's main ship repair and construction facility. If we can deliver a severe blow to them there, then Starfleet will have a much more difficult time repairing its damaged vessels. Strike them there, and Starfleet's ability to fight will be severely hindered. Feel free to take along with you anyone who is willing to join your plan. I look forward to hearing a great tale of victory and honor. Serve the Empire well. Kapla!
The commander of the forces stationed here at Alia have proven themselves to be admirable warriors. We should consider recruiting them to join our raid against Utopia Planitia. Okay.
We would be honored to fight alongside you again. Those Federation tards will regret the day they came to our system and started a fight with the Klingon Empire. We are prepared to leave on your orders. Hek Glumek Kak Jansvam.
The other ships are forming up on our flank and ready to go to Mars, sir. Warp to Mars. They're just gonna go to war. Because why not? Dee. Captain, we're in the heart of the Federation. The Federation's third fleet is here. Just as Jumpotos, shipyard, blah blah blah. Need to disable communications from Mars using codes we obtained to Drit. If we don't act quickly, Federation will realize that we're at their doorstep. Good. Got one down. Going through without killing all these might be a problem, but we'll see. That one. And head back for the last one. Da, 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 da. Communication has been disabled, but no longer in great danger. Speed has been alerted. Destroy all ships. Okay, easy enough. Okay, get that one. It's a cloak. Oh, we were cloaked. Whoops, my bad. Where's the other one? There he is. Let's get cloak. Okay, that one's already destroyed. There it is. Oh, they got it.
Honorable death by disabling our ships and taking us prisoner. May their souls burn in breath all for eternity. I know you normally wouldn't even hear such an idea, but under the circumstances, I recommend you leave the system before your ship is captured as well. This is no way for a warrior to end their days.
Is this where we get turned in? Decided that we're a traitor?
I never expected you would survive a frontal attack on the Sol system. It is, however, unfortunate that your fellow warriors were captured. I will consider whether a rescue operation is feasible. Until then, enjoy your victory. You have earned it with blood.
Okay, plasma disruptor high beam or plasma disruptor dual heavy cannons. I'll take the dual heavy cannons, even though I probably won't use them. Got left here.
Valiant warriors are being held by the Federation. The Federation's idea of mercy is to allow our soldiers to rot in a cell instead of seeking an honorable death. I spit. on! I will allow you to attempt to rescue your fellow warriors from their terrible fate. But you will need cunning to do so. The Federation penal colony is highly guarded. Only Starfleet vessels may approach. But I know where you can acquire a Starfleet runabout, if you are up to the challenge.
Well, still 2 missions left in this story arc, but I think that's probably a good time to call the stream. Let's see. Na 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 na. Da, 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 da. Alright, so yeah, I think that's where I'm gonna call it. I'll probably do some more with this character because I'm liking the changes they've made to the Klingon arc. So I'll probably be doing that probably next Tuesday, maybe sooner, but try to do some regular Star Trek streaming on this for a while. Until then, I will see you all later. Bye.